Hi, it's me again with CorelDRAW Tips and Tricks. Today's video is on how to draw this. There's probably several ways to draw this, but this is probably the easiest. We're going to take a square, holding down the control button to make a perfect square. And then I'm going to take some lines, 2-point lines, and I'm going to go from like right there to right there. I'm actually going to make it longer, and I'm going to show you why. And then hit the plus key on the keyboard and put it there. Now I'm going to shift select both those lines, and I'm going to go to Effects and Blend. Well, you know what I'm going to do first? I want to make them thicker. I'm using somebody else's program. I always draw in hairline, and I don't know what millimeters this would be, so I'm going to go 20. And I need to select these two and hit T to put them on the top. Now I'm going to select these two. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and convert it to an outline, to an object. And then I'm going to left click, right click, because there's a reason for that. You know what? I'm just going to use one and then take that one and make a plus and just move it over, holding down the control button until it's like right in the middle. It doesn't really matter. Hold down the shift key, go up to effects and blend. Let's blend them. Let's blend them 4 times. We'll make it a little bit different then. Now, I want to move the square out of the way for a second. And I want to group these together. I'm actually going to make them a little bit longer, so I'm going to hold down the shift key. And then I'm going to rotate them. Now, negative 45, I don't know why I like that angle that away. And I'm going to put this back. I'm a little bit off. I can put this anywhere. I just want kind of a consistent on the ends. You know what it might be? How about if we hit P? That'll make it equal. Now, I'm not going to even use those lines. I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, and I'm just using those. And the reason I convert them to an outline so they won't leak. Let's use this orange this time. And I'm not going to go to that corner. I'm just going to use those. Now, I should have grouped these together, so I'm going to take those. Let me just change my nudge factor like to 10 inches. And I'm going to take those colors, move them out of the way 3 times. I should have made my nudge factor more. I hope you already kind of see the idea. Now I'm going to just get these out of the way. That might be too many lines, but it might work. We're going to reduce it in size, so it won't be so many. So there's really too many lines. I've only ever done this once. Control D and make a duplicate. While holding down the control button and get the 2-sided arrow, you get that right there. Now, Control D and make a duplicate while you got the 2-sided arrow, go there. And then once you've done that, well, that's what happens because I went twice. But I could have done just one at a time. And I'm just going to mirror it. It's a lot easier than moving it. And you could do this mathematically too, but Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the 2-sided control button with the 2-sided arrow. And you see the pattern forming, Control D. And by doing 2 at a time, you're making it larger and larger. Control D. You're just flipping the whole thing. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool pattern. I think my blue has less lines and the orange maybe has too many. I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try going left click, right click, and see if it'll weld. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I don't think it's going to weld because, no, it did. It did perfectly. So you have these colors now, and you can fill them in with red, blue. Well, see, the blue is the same color as we did, but except there's more lines. So the white line is the space that I originally made. Anyway, and by doing that, we could take away the lines just to make it darker. And I always end the video, or I normally put an icon. I normally change the color. I think it draws attention to the video when people see that coloration. And this would be a good one to go ahead and use right here, one of the presets that like right there. And that looks pretty funky. And you can still play around with that. I mean, you don't have to use the ones they gave you. You know, you could add colors and move this around. Look at that. You know, you got two purples real close together. Let's put a blue right between them. And look at that, just a blue streak. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.